everybody's doing really well today. So long time, no chit chat. But I am here to do the Christmas coloring tag, which I'm so excited about. I love Christmas. I love a good tag, so perfect. In full honesty, I wasn't tagged, but that's completely fine. I tagged myself. The initial tag was created by Meg's Art Atrium. I will leave all of the questions down below, and please consider yourself tagged. So if you're watching this video and you would like to do it as well, I would highly recommend it because the questions look really fun. But today while chatting to you, I'll be coloring in my cutesy Christmas special, issue 68 by Coloring Heaven. This is, I think it's from last year maybe. I got it off of their Etsy. So I started working on this picture earlier today, and I'm currently just basing it in marker. This is by Mariola Budek, and it's called Santa Claus. So this is actually my first ever grayscale picture. So in full honesty, I'm kind of terrified because I don't want to mess it up. But so far, I'm doing okay, in my opinion. So for the alcohol markers, I am using Ohuhus, and then I will go in with pencils after and also add additional shading, even though it is grayscale. But without further ado, let's dive into the questions. The first question is, what is your favorite Christmas tradition? And I have to say it's decorating the tree. So usually my mom and I decorate the tree together. That kind of unintentionally became a tradition because when I was in college, I'd come home for the holidays. And then even when I graduated from my bachelor's and I had moved to Boston, I would still take time off from work to make sure I could come home to my parents, to my parents' house and decorate with them or with my mom. My stepdad would obviously help us put up the tree, but he usually mainly decorated like the outside of the house or maybe like hang garlands on like door frames and stuff, but my mom and I would do the tree. So it kind of became a tradition, and it was really nice. We would always play some sort of music in the background. And, once I got a little bit older, we would also have some maybe hot wine or something like that and just decorate the tree. Usually we stick to gold and like a deep red. That usually is the color palette that we go for. I think the last couple of years, my parents just did every color of the rainbow, if I'm not mistaken, but I also haven't been home for Christmas in 2 years because of me moving abroad and living in Germany now. But yeah, definitely decorating the tree, and I'm actually going home for the holidays this year, which I'm so excited about. So I will be able to decorate the tree with my mom again, which I'm so pumped. So they were going to get the tree, but then I decided to come visit for the holidays. So they are holding off on getting the tree till I'm there so I can help and decorate. So definitely my favorite tradition. It is a very special time, and I'm so excited. I think I'm just as excited for it as I was when I was like a child. It's something special. Next question. Open presents on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? So my family always did Christmas Day. I don't think I even ever opened like anything Christmas Eve. Maybe a stocking, maybe like the stocking on some years. But even that, I don't think so. We always wait until Christmas Day. When I was like 10, 11, 12, like still young, we used to have my stepdad's grandparents come and spend Christmas with us. And they always would want to have breakfast first and then like clean up after breakfast, have coffee and all these other things. And I remember it drove me nuts because I could see all the presents, they were under the tree, and I just want to crack into them. And we had to wait until, breakfast was done and everything was cleaned up, all the dishes were put away. And I just remember being so frustrated with the situation. But my family actually doesn't really do gifts anymore. The last couple of years, even when I still lived in the States, we decided that we wouldn't do gifts anymore. I guess the gift to each other was like the ability to save that money for something else. We still did stockings or like maybe a little silly small gifts, but we stopped doing the really big gift giving because at that point, you know, I wasn't a child anymore. Neither was my stepbrother. He's older than me. So yeah, but I think, you know, this year I'll get something from my parents, but, you know, something small. And yeah. Next one. Favorite Christmas food or treat? I don't know. I would probably say the baked goods. You know, I appreciate a holiday where it's like encouraged to make cookies. I love that. So I would definitely say any of the baked goods I love. And then now again that I'm in Germany, I've been checking out the Christmas markets and they have really nice like roasted almonds that are covered in caramel and then the caramel solidifies. It's absolutely amazing. Really, really tasty. If you ever get a chance to try them, 1000% would recommend. So I think that's probably one of my favorite snacks now for this time of year. I love it. And then I guess this is not a snack, but it's a drink. But I also love hot wine. Next one, hot chocolate or hot apple cider. In full honesty, I'm not the biggest hot chocolate fan. I don't know why. I love coffee, but something about just hot chocolate is too rich for me. So I think I'll definitely say hot cider. But I also associate hot apple cider not with Christmas, but like with the fall season. So I don't know if I'm just being like too picky there. You know, very possible. But yeah, I guess out of the two, hot apple cider. But aside from that, definitely maybe even like hot tea, like really nice spiced tea or hot wine. Alrighty, question 5 is traditional Christmas colors or non-traditional? I am very traditional when it comes to Christmas things, so definitely the traditional Christmas colors. I love a deep red, like, what are those flowers called? I'm really bad with names, but I love those like deep red flowers, combination with a nice green, and maybe a little bit of gold. So definitely traditional Christmas colors, traditional Christmas movies. Love it all. It's the best. Moving on. Would you be friends with the Grinch? Why or why not? The Grinch and I would definitely be besties because first of all, he enjoys a good snack and a good meal. Could not agree with that more. And then also he loves dogs. Like his best friend is a dog. Again, if that's not me, I don't know what is. So the Grinch and I would definitely be really good friends. And also the fact that he, you know, enjoyed being on his own, kind of staying away from people. Honestly, that's also me a lot of the time. Like, I enjoy just being left alone with like maybe my coloring or a good book. Yeah, and then also if I could have a dog at that time and just have like the dog hang out with me, that is perfection. Fully into it. So, yeah, definitely the Grinch and I would be best friends. Maybe I could make him some hot wine and then we could gossip about everybody else in the town. You know, yeah, absolutely. I also love the movie it's Jim Carrey, right? Yeah. And like the dog and just like I have dinner with myself, can't skip that again. Or like, I know that's not a perfect quote, but like that line, love it. Moving on, favorite Christmas present you've ever received? That's a tough one. I honestly don't know. Yeah, that's a really tough one because I've received some really, really great Christmas gifts from my family. Yeah, I honestly don't know. One that comes to mind is my mom got me a Keurig one year, and I love it because I'm a big coffee drinker. So that one was a really nice. Yeah, I don't know. I think all you know, all of the gifts were great. I greatly cherish them. So I don't really know. To be honest, I really enjoy gift giving. Like, I love finding that perfect gift when you're like, oh my gosh, the person's gonna love this. So I think I remember giving gifts more than I remember receiving them, which I feel like sounds super tacky, but it's true. I love gift giving. So yeah, I don't know what my favorite Christmas present ever that I've received. I apologize. Next question is, if you were an elf, what would your name be? And in full honesty, I didn't like plan out my answers for this, so I'm just kind of winging it. Gosh, if I was an elf, I don't know. I wouldn't say Cookie Monster, but I feel like that's already taken. I have no idea. I feel like I should incorporate candy cane, but I also don't really like candy canes. So that wouldn't be a good representation of moi. I might have to skip this one too because I don't know. Or I feel like I should incorporate Sassy. Sassy Elf? That's a horrible name. Sassy McQueenster? Also terrible. I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to skip that one. Also, I don't know if I'd make a great elf, because I feel like I would just want to play with like all the toys that I was making and then just like hang out with a reindeer and give him carrots. So unless my job was like taking care of the reindeer, I feel like I would not be good at it. So we'll just skip that one because let's be honest, I would be awful at it. Question 9, favorite Christmas movie. So this is not exactly, well, it's not, you know, a Christmas movie, but something that I really enjoy watching around the holidays is the Harry Potter movies. Because, you know, all the movies have a Christmas scene, or, you know, the castle, Hogwarts around the holidays. And it's just always been magical looking, and yeah, I enjoy watching the movies around the holidays. I enjoy watching the movies in general, but I always associate those films with the holidays just because of how beautiful Hogwarts looks during this time of year. And I think right now the German Amazon Prime has all the movies, so I might have to binge watch them before the holidays. We will see. I think I watched all or almost all of them in December last year with a friend, so maybe I could rewatch them. And yes, I've read all the books, and yes, I know exactly what's going to happen, but the movies are still magical and still some of my favorite films ever. Moving on to the next one. Favorite Christmas coloring book. I didn't really have many Christmas coloring books until this year. I bought myself this one earlier this year, and then I bought a Tatiana Bogima-Stolova book as well this year. But I think my most colored in Christmas book is the Million Christmas Cats one by, I believe it's John Bigwood. I really enjoy that book. I've already colored in it this year as well. I just really like the art style, and I looked into see if he has other books because I really like his style, so I would have bought more of his work, but I couldn't find anything else by him. So, you know, am I just missing it, or is he a one-hit wonder? I don't know, but if you don't have that book, I would highly recommend it. I can link it down below. It's great. I feel like a lot of people do have it, and for a very good reason. The paper is on the nicer side, but the images are double-sided, so can't use alcohol markers. But yeah, it's a very, very sweet book, and I think I have like maybe 6 images done in there or something like that. So it's a lovely, lovely book. Also, the squirrel is really cute. Moving on, when do you start decorating your home for Christmas? So I usually wait until December. I don't do it in November. Maybe like this end of the first week of December, something like that. I do try to save, kind of like I don't like decorating in November because I don't want Christmas to like kind of lose its special like feeling and ambiance. And I feel like if I were to start decorating in November, I would somehow find it less special. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody else, but it does to me. So I wait until maybe the end of the first week, beginning of the second week. But this year, my parents are waiting for me again to decorate the tree. So we're going to decorate later in the month, but that's fine. And I actually really appreciate them waiting for me. But definitely waiting until December. Next question. Eggnog, delicious or disgusting? I think it's yummy. I have never made it from scratch myself. We used to get it, like the pre-made ones you can get at the grocery store around the holidays. I've also tried one made from scratch at a Christmas market here, but that one was alcoholic, so it had the rum in it. And I thought it was really good. It wasn't something that I could drink a lot of just because it was sweeter and, like obviously on the thicker side. So it kind of felt like a meal in a way. But I think it's yummy. I like either a regular one or maybe like a vanilla one. It's definitely not something I could drink year around. But around the holidays, I could enjoy a nice mug or two of it. But yeah, I know it's definitely a controversial topic, whether it's yummy or disgusting, but I lean towards the yummy good side of the argument. And yummy good is actually what my little nephew says. Every time he eats something and he enjoys it, he goes, yummy good. Question 13. Have you ever gone Christmas caroling? No, and based on my inability to hold a note if my life depended on it, I feel like I'm doing humanity a favor by not Christmas caroling or mainly ever singing in public because I am horrific at it and I don't want to make anybody's ears bleed. So Christmas caroling is not something that I will be participating anytime soon. I think it's wonderful when people do. And yeah, I would happily go to like Christmas concerts or anything like that. But I do not want to participate in the singing. And if you ever heard me sing, you would support that decision. In Ukraine, we have a saying that it sounds like a bear stepped on your ear. And my mom used to always joke that it sounds like I was stampeded on by like a few generations of bears. So, yeah, not for me. This bag is turning out to be a bit streaky. Maybe let me flip it over to the thicker side of the marker. But that's fine because I'm going to add shading anyways to it. And hopefully with a little pencil work, I will be able to cover that up. But it's hard to color a large area like this with no streaking from an alcohol marker. Let's see. Oh, this is not looking good. Uh-oh. All right, next question is favorite Christmas character, Snowmen, Gingerbread people, etc. Favorite Christmas character. I don't know. I like the dog from the Grinch. I think the dog is cute. I've always felt bad for Rudolph because all the other reindeer made fun of him, so I always felt bad for him. But yeah, I don't know if I have a favorite character. I'm gonna go with a dog from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Either that or Rudolph, because he deserves all the love and all the friends that he can get, because he's a sweetheart. Also, is this marker already dying? It doesn't sound so good. So these are not Ohuhus. I've been using Ohuhus for the most part. But these are like a cheaper marker that I bought on Amazon, and I'm not a big fan. I think if I were to go back, I wouldn't order them again because A, they tend to dry out quite quickly, and B, some of them cause significant yellowing. So I'm gonna line this page with like a paper in the front and a back, like as a blotter sheet for when I'm done, because I don't want to ruin any of the other pictures in here. And I don't know which markers exactly cause the yellowing because it's not all of them. I'm actually thinking of doing a video where I go through all of the markers, like swatch them, and then see if they cause yellowing, and then just throw those out, because I don't want to throw out the whole set because I did pay for it, you know, and not all of them are problem child or problem children, but some of them are, and I don't want to hold on to those. So we shall see. Okay, next one. Oh, that's it. Bonus, what is your favorite Christmas memory? I think my favorite Christmas memory is definitely decorating the tree with my mom. As I mentioned, it's kind of a really important tradition to the two of us, and it's something we've done for many, many years. So I definitely value that. Also, when I was still in high school, and then even when I was in college, I used to have a Christmas party for my friends every single year, and it was extra special for when we all went off to college, because, you know, we kind of all scattered across the country. Some of my friends moved out to California for university there, you know, some even left the country, and all, you know, it was just a range of routes that people chose to take. So it was really nice to get to see everybody again around the holidays and kind of catch up, because for years that was actually the only time we ever saw each other. So I love the fact that I used to have the Christmas party, and I do miss it because obviously I don't live in the country anymore, so I haven't had those parties. But that was something that was really nice, and I did also still have those parties for the 2 years that I lived in Boston. So my friends used to come out to Boston and participate. So love that. I'm quite enjoying how this is turning out. Obviously, this is super blotchy, but we'll fix that with some colored pencils. I will also add shading, but for this being my first grayscale picture, I'm still terrified, but I'm working on it. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I'm gonna color his face now, and yeah, and then whip out the markers. I'm not gonna color the hair or like the fur with a marker, but I will add additional shading with a pencil. So that's kind of my plan. Thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the answers, and I hope you do the video as well, and I'll see everybody in the next one. Bye.